Alright, YouTubers, welcome to part 2 of the fan collection. Part 1, as you saw, was the motors. So continuing from there, on this shelf right here you can see all the blades. There and there. Some spinner blades, and some more blades are up here. A lot of these go to the fans over there. So starting the fans on this side, we have this brass Hunter Original with the Oakley faceplate and switch cap plate. It is a Serial K. I kept it because it's in good condition. This fan came from a house in Jacksonville. This one, it's 1983 brass, also in very, very good condition. That's why it's here. And it has an Ivy faceplate I've added to it. Came from a house that was only installed by one other owner. And very close to me, actually, like down the street, I think. And I went there, took it down. Over here I have this antique brass low profile original from 1986. There's the canopy, as you can see. It's complete. It came from eBay. Behind it is a 36-inch original antique brass. Got that from Matthew Orat. Here's another one of my rare finds. This is a Miami Fanco. Kind of see a tag over there. And it's got this unusual switch housing with the center pull chain and this unusual seashell kind of faceplate, as well as these cast iron brackets you can see. That's one I won from another collector on eBay. Going down the same section of shelves, we have this GE. I got this from Charles Smith at Fanimation this year. Here I have some of my other originals. These are, but this one's a 22046 as well as that blue one. They have not the correct canopies, I know that, and I have parts. I have Levier switches, which you can see there. The other one is in the garage. So I have to do some work on changing the parts out. I haven't gotten that far. Here I have this oddball one. It's a 2.5 amp motor from the 80s. Only 2-speed, and it has an RFD2 tag, and has Oakley accenting, including an actual GE Oakley plate, not an R&M one, if you notice by the curvature. To correct that, they've actually added a piece of plastic right here to bring the blade arms down so it doesn't hit the plate, which I thought was kind of cool, so I kept it. I added the trumpet canopy myself. Luckily, this antique brass actually is just a spray paint color that I knew about already, so I was able to match that almost exactly. Behind here is one of my favorite fans. It's a Hunter Turek Type C, done by Phil Frey. And it's a fantastic fan. It runs great, and it's been rewound. I don't know if you can see in the coils that well, but it has had a good life. It came from Matthew Orat. It was from a church he got a bunch of fans from. On the ground in front of me, you'll see is the Fantique. It's a Hunter original copy made by SMC. But instead of brass, they actually use like a gold, so you can kind of see there it's a little bit different. Let's see, going to my next shelf. Oh yeah, and the top of the shelf just has my laser projector, old light I keep working on, I enjoy, and a fog machine. Alright, so next shelf we have a 4-blade arm kit, 4-light arm kit. I've got some of my Hunter original glass. I have 2 low profile globes and a large schoolhouse globe. Some extra face plates. I think I got 2 plain antique brass and a few ornate antique brass ones, which are kind of cool. Over here are my 2 Wins, Win 2s actually. Top one is the chrome, the bottom one is the gunmetal. As you can see, the boxes respectively. Up there is a 36-inch Schoolhouse Globe new in box for a black original, which I kept in case I ever would install something. There's the box for my chrome original, which is hanging in my room. Respectively, there's the box of the 60-inch Dayton, which is in the garage. So to the shelf. I have this 1980 black original. I got this from my local collector friend Chris, and I had this black ornate faceplate, and I added it to it, and it's a really nice fan. Very happy with it. I have this black 36-inch original. Things come through a lot of parts and pieces and stuff like that. The original motor actually came from Zachary Yarns in Texas, and I've added things that made it complete with a set of brackets I got from Adam in West Palm Beach. Behind it is one of my warm brass 1886s. I think that one, yeah, that one came from. Well, yeah, that's the perfectly balanced one. That one came from a home in in Tampa. Next to it, I have this Ivy one. It's one that gave me a lot of trouble trying to get the downrod threaded. That one came from a person near Adam off Craigslist. And then there's the other warm brass one I got, and I got that one, if I remember correctly, another Craigslist seller. I don't remember. Yeah, it was another Craigslist seller. They had in their living room. I think it was also near Adam. No, that was a Miami one. That's the Miami one. That's the Miami one I got for $5. That's what it was. I probably had that one. I had that one the longest, so. It's the general scope and an idea. You see 3 of them here. I've actually had a total of 6 of these things come my way, and I've sold them off respectively. So, yeah. Besides that on the shelf, I also saw some glassware. I like this glass a lot. If I ever do install something with this glass, that'd probably be cool. I've got some tulip shades here, so that's kind of cool. So going down, we have new box stuff. This is a new box Casablanca Spirit of Saturn. It is a black and chrome, which is the one I've been wanting, so I got one when I could. Over here, I've got 2 of these Dayton 56 inches. These are the agricultural cast iron models. Both of these were new in box. Actually, funny enough, below it I have the other one that's not new in box I just got recently that works, and I might do something with in the future. Underneath the Casablanca is the Fanimation Ascension. I'm not really a fan of it. I like it. It's a good fan, but at the same time, I got much cooler stuff I think I'll install if I ever need to install stuff somewhere. So, yeah. Next to it, I have a Weatherlight, a Relight. This is a really cool fan. I was happy to get one new in box. You can kind of see what it looks like there. Very flimsy blades. Here I have a regular circular globe with an antique brass light fitter. Is there anything behind that? Yeah, there is. I forgot about that. Behind it, I got some stained glass, that big tulip shade I kept because I thought it was cool, and some really dark stained glass that I ever install an antique brass original somewhere, maybe if I like it. These on the bottom are 2 of these Chadwick fans. I got one from eBay, one from JJ, I think, or another seller. Don't remember who. Well, that's all for that shelf. So, over here, we have Emerson pedal, which I'll eventually get to. There's the motor, the globe, and the 5 blades. Below, as you can see, are all my original blades for all these motors you've been seeing, as well as some spare blades. Good sets. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but nice to have some spares. Alright, going down. You have this black and antique brass Hunter original. I got this from a home. This is that one I went to a home early on. I got with that tulip shade you saw in the back there. Was antique brass original I put in my friend's house, but they had this fan on the ground in complete condition with terms to reinstall. Point is I never got that far and it got ruined. I think the kids broke the blades. I ended up fixing the blades because I had spare parts and I was able to make it complete, and it's a good runner. From 1982. Behind it is my full ornate Hunter original. It's from 1980 also, I believe, since serial L. And I got that from Tampa. Another collector picked it up for me. I'll see if I can go a little on the bottom there. See, it has the oak leaf plate with the switch cap, as well as the side, the one from the side of the motor, and the camp he has. And as well the brackets, if I can find them real fast, right there are these really cool ornate brackets. So that's kind of cool. Next to it is this Hunter original antique brass I got. I've added a Homestead oak leaf faceplate to it from 1983. This fan was actually in a house that got flooded. They were remodeling the house and took it down. Funny thing about found out this house is they rewired it, and look at the wire they chose. It's a number 14 solid, which is okay, but I just found it unusual because you usually don't see that installed in these fans. So this one is a fan I parted together. It was an all-black original. I've since made it black and brass, as you can see. Actually, no, this one was a black and brass when I got it. That's right, my bad. It was actually a black and brass with a regular faceplate. As you can see, I added this really unusual ornate faceplate. I believe it's been made by Homestead. And it has an antique brass switch cap from 1980, I believe, also. Going down is my antique brass adapter with an Ivy plate. The plate came, I added the plate after I got the fan. This came from a local collector in Texas off of eBay. I got for a pretty good deal, so I'm happy with it. I'll probably install this one somewhere possibly in the future. Next is this Phil Foray creation again. It is a early Hunter original Serial K, as you can see, so 1979, 1980. Has the two-piece oil cup and has this really unusual Homestead faceplate. As I think it's Homestead. I think that's what we decided it was. So it's a kind of an unusual candidate. But I thought it was cool enough to hold on to. Back here is another antique brass original. I got this one off of Craigslist recently with another original. Was in just perfect condition, so I couldn't bear myself to sell it or get rid of it because it was that clean. So very happy with that. Here is the black original I nicknamed Liberty Bell due to it having a massive crack in it, which I cannot find at this point in time. But it is a crack basically going up the housing and in the faceplate, which is kind of amusing. It's a 5-blade 56-inch Hunter original. That's one of the reasons I kept it. 5-blade only, by the way. And it was unusual. From the year 1992. Bottom row, I have this 42-inch brass original. Came from the house I went to with what's his face? You remember his face? This is a guy I went to. I can't remember who he is. There's another collector down here that we went to, and he got some fans. I got that one. Here's the 36-inch original. That came from the same house in Jacksonville as that first fan I showed you, the first full brass original. And then here is another full brass original, 1.1 amp. That's the 60-inch original. That one came from the same house as the antique brass one there. And like I said, once again, the brass was in perfect condition, and it's not a 60-inch, so I figured I'd keep it. So that's it for the shelving. On the floor next to me is this Jab industrial ceiling fan. It's just a relabeled 36-inch SMC, but I thought it was cool to have another one. So I have two of these, one labeled Jab, one labeled SMC. So that's all the shelving stuff. Moving this way, you might be able to recognize this blade irons. There's a 1930s black original in there with the glass. I got two of these from Texas. One obviously is here, one's actually hanging up, so that's kind of cool. The blades next to it go to my old Union that I refurbed and repainted. The motor is hanging right there. Love that thing, looks great. Also in this corner is my R32. This is a really rough paint job. I just wanted to get something that looked decent, but didn't have to really worry about it. I'll probably eventually take this thing back apart and repaint it better, but for right now I'm just happy with it as it is. It's a great fan. Going down the list of boxes, I have a 2nd Century in black neon box. I got this from Perry's collection, but I more possibly got it from Chris, a local collector down here. I have this Casablanca Scandium. Not the one I wanted, but still cool to have. I was looking for the black and chrome one, but the green with the wood was still very cool, and I got it just because. And at the very bottom is a American-made Hunter Original Archive. Last two fans in here, I have this Matthews Fanco. Don't remember what the actual model name is. It's something complicated. I converted it to a 2-speed fan using capacitors and the switch housing. I originally had a light kit I made obviously into a pull chain. I like the black and the brushed nickel, so it looks nice. So that's what I've done. I actually added the black. It originally had wood. And then the last fan I have in here is this Fanimation Odin, which I have to figure out what I'm going to do with yet. So that's it for in here. As you can tell, it's already a good amount of fans. We have a lot more installed through the house and in the garage, so I will do that in part 3. Thanks for watching, guys.